Hello friends, and welcome to another haul video. I was trying to wait until next month because I try to do haul videos every month, but I can't wait. I got a ton of stuff. For those of you who don't know, March was my birthday month. I got some money from some relatives, so I used a little bit of my stimmy. And I used my birthday money to get a lot of stuff. And I don't usually splurge this much. I'm actually kind of like hesitant to show you guys all of this at once. I thought about maybe breaking it up into parts, but I figured, whatever, I'm just gonna show you everything. I guess I'll get the first thing out of the way. It's not a video game, but it has to do with a video game. I, off of Amazon, ordered the Ghost of Tsushima soundtrack. So my sister, for my birthday, got me an Amazon gift card. So part of that went to getting this. And I absolutely love this. I mean, I was just raving about the music of Ghost of Tsushima, and I still can't believe that the music for this game was not even nominated. It's BS. So I'm very happy to have this and add this to my CD collection. Super sweet. Alright, so I'm gonna get Boyfriend's games out of the way. So he got 3 games this month. I didn't get 3 games, I got a lot more than 3. But, here's what he got. So, Boyfriend works at Target, and he got a good deal on this Bomberman game. Super Bomberman. Alright, so... Oh, the game's not in there because he actually has it in the PS4 right now, but got that for a good deal, and it's the shiny edition. Ha! So, the 2 other games that Boyfriend got, we actually found a new video game store, and it was a little bit of a drive, but it was really, really cool when we went in there. So, Boyfriend, when he went into that cool video game store, he got Dragon Warrior for the original NES. Alright, so there's a bit of a tear right there, but, yeah, it's not in the absolute best shape, but he was having a lot of fun when he was playing it, and, you know, it's always nice to add another NES game to the collection, so that's awesome. Alright, and then the last game that he got, he actually had been looking for on eBay. He was just trying to, like, snag it, but people kept outbidding him at the last second, and he was getting really frustrated. So that new store that we went into, he found it. Gauntlet Legends. Dark Legend. Gauntlet Dark Legacy.
Buttery crispy flight.
Gauntlet Dark Legacy. So, super cool because this is complete. Boyfriend paid $24.99 for this. Complete in the box, this goes for 26 bucks. So, he paid about what this is worth. He was originally looking for the GameCube version on eBay, but he just decided to settle on the PS2 one because it's cheaper and he was actually able to find this copy. Alright, so let's dig into some of these games that I got. So, first one is one that I got from eBay. So, if you guys remember from one of my older haul videos, where I did a lot of exchanges with my pal 3P, he gave me, Tomb Raider 2, but it didn't have the game in it. So, on eBay, I got Tomb Raider 2 to complete that, which is great. So, once upon a time, when I actually finished the first game, which might never happen, I'll try to play this one. Okay, so Boyfriend and I popped over in GameStop, and I can't remember if he got a game in there. Usually what happens is we go into a store, and he wants a game, so that's why we go into the store, and then we walk out, and he doesn't get anything, and I leave with 5 games. So, that's usually how it goes. So, in GameStop, they had a deal where it was like, get 4 games that are $19.99 and under, for 40 bucks, which is a great deal. I had been wanting The Evil Within for a while, and for some reason, the PS3 version, I just had a hard time finding it. So, once I saw the Xbox 360 version, I'm like, hey, I have one of those now. Alright, another game in that deal that I got is Terraria. So, I don't know if there's supposed to be like a little piece of paper there or not, but, yeah, it's PlayStation Hits version. I've been wanting to play Terraria, especially because so many people are raving about it. Alright, another one I got with the deal is Ni no Kuni 2. So that one I'm assuming is complete. I have the first Ni no Kuni, and I've always wanted to play it, but my PS2 was out of commission for a long time, so I'd like to pick up the first game, and I'd also like to try out the second game as well. Super excited to play this. Alright, now while I was in there, I was thinking for some reason I didn't own this game, but I have the digital download of this game on my Switch, so I don't know if it's too late to return this now, but I got Resident Evil Revelations. For some reason, I thought I had the second game on my Switch, but I have the first game, so... Alright, now this game I got separate of the deal, and they had it for 20 bucks new, and since it was new, it couldn't be part of the deal, but I'm definitely going to play Little Nightmares 2. So I have the first game. I'm planning on starting that maybe after Metal Gear Solid. Who knows? Or maybe I do it on a Saturday live stream, because I've heard that that game, the first game, is not long at all. So, yeah. New, doesn't come with a manual, so don't have to worry about that, but awesome. I'm really happy to have this. Alright, another game I got. It's not in the best shape on the front, but I got Super Mario Maker. And I started playing a little bit of this game, and I understand the hype. I mean, this is so much fun. So, I think it'd be kind of cool if I could maybe get boyfriend or maybe my sister to make some crazy levels, and then I can maybe try to play them for Frustration Fridays. I don't know, but I think this is a really cool game. So, glad to have that in the collection, especially adding another Wii U game. Alright, and the final game that I got is another Wii U game. So I got new Super Mario Bros. U plus Super Luigi Bros. U. So, I have new Super Luigi U, but I don't have new Super Mario Bros. U plus new Super Luigi U. So, again, I'm just trying to get as many Wii U games as I can. I believe this game was almost 30. Yeah, I paid a little bit more, but I'm happy to add this to the Wii U collection. And also happy to have this game, because I don't have this one. So, cool. Ah! I forgot to also mention my chair! I feel like PewDiePie. My chair. So this is a used chair from one of the Facebook Marketplace sites. Someone was selling it for 35 bucks. And you can definitely tell it's been used in some areas that you guys can't see. But, I mean, why spend like $200 on a gaming chair when I can just get a used one? And it has this cool green color, and my other chair was getting very uncomfortable, so I'm happy to finally have a legit gaming chair, even if it's not new. I buy most of my stuff used. It's really rare when I get something new, even with like video games. Like I honestly debated with myself whether or not to get Little Nightmares 2 new. They didn't have any used copies, otherwise I would have gotten used. So I try my best to get used things as much as I can, because we have way too many used things that are not being used for us to buy new things. That's the way I see it. Alright, so now we're gonna bounce over to that new store that I was talking about that I found with Boyfriend. So in this really cool store, they actually had things priced very fairly. They were either right on target of, you know, what they are for price charting, or they were a little bit under, which I super duper appreciate. So I had no idea that they rebooted this on the Xbox 360, because I've been wanting to find this for the original Xbox, but Mass Effect, the first one, I had no idea. So this is the Platinum Edition. It's complete, it's got everything in there. Yeah, I only thought that Mass Effect, you could either get the trilogy on the PS3, or I thought you had to get the original on the Xbox, but I didn't know that they made a version for it on the Xbox 360, so that's awesome. Now I can play Mass Effect. Yes! Alright, the next game I got is, I paid, like, nothing for it. Just adding to my Resident Evil collection. I don't think I necessarily would have gotten the Xbox 360 version, but it was cheap, so why not? Is Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. I've heard that this game is trash, but it is complete, and, you know, adding to that Resident Evil collection, even if it is garbage. Alright, next game that I got, I was recently looking up hidden Wii gems that people don't know about. I know a lot about, like, you know, the good Wii games, but I'm looking for those obscure Wii games that people don't really know about, but are still really good. One of them that was recommended is Zack and Wiki. Quest for Barbaro's Treasure. Yeah, it's by Capcom. I don't know anything about this game, but I found it complete. and it had good reviews, so I'll check it out, see what I think. Alright, and in that store, they also have this Wii U game for pretty cheap, and I've seen it expensive in other places, so I figured I'd snag it. Is Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. So I have some amiibos, so this might be some fun to check out. Hopefully I don't need just Animal Crossing amiibos. That might be a game changer, but it is complete, so that's nice. And I'll check this one out. Okay, so the next two things won't really make sense until I show you a different thing, but just bear with me. I got, on the PS2, Guitar Hero 2. It is complete. I have been wanting to play Guitar Hero 2, so it's really, really awesome that I finally have this game. Speaking of Guitar Hero, I got another Guitar Hero game for the PS2. Guitar Hero Encore Rocks the 80s. So this one is also complete. Boyfriend and I were checking these two games out and having a blast. There's some really good songs on both of these games, so awesome to have it. I just love Guitar Hero so much. I know I say that all the time, but I love Guitar Hero. Alright, and then I found this game from a series that I've recently been getting a few games for. I haven't played the games yet, but this is by Atlas. So typically Atlas games are the ones that become expensive later on, but this is Disgaea Hour of Darkness for the PS2. It is complete. So none of the Disgaea games are expensive at all, so I guess I'll just try to snag them now, and it seems like it's a well-praised series. Alright, now the most expensive game that I got at this new game store that Boyfriend and I went to, it's honestly, it wasn't that expensive, but there were tons of other games there that I was trying to decide between, because I was just gonna walk away with one more expensive game. And I decided to go with GoldenEye 007 for the N64. I've been looking for this game for a long time, and in a lot of places, for some reason, they way overprice it. I paid $30 for this. Not bad at all. I think that's actually what it's worth. It's actually worth less than what I paid. Price charting is saying that it's worth loose $25.49. So I paid a few dollars over what it's worth. But honestly, in a lot of places I go to where they're selling GoldenEye, for some reason they sell it for like $50. And I'm like, it's not worth $50. There was one place I saw it for $70. I'm like, what in the hell? GoldenEye is not worth $70. So I saw it for $30, I just decided to snag it, and I'm glad I did, because recently, Power Player Paul came over with his girlfriend, and Boyfriend and I, we all together had a nice dinner and a nice game night where we got to play GoldenEye. He brought it over, and, I mean, I'd heard about GoldenEye, I heard it was just addicting and super fun, and it was, so I'm happy to have a copy of that, so I can finally beat him. Okay. Have you been hanging in there? So, the next big group of stuff is all from my distant used bookstore. It's not the one I usually talk about. It's one that's a little ways away. Boyfriend and I happened to want to go. My sister came along. She loves looking at the CDs and things that they have in there. And they have a lot of video games, so... So, I've heard of this series, but I don't know a single thing about it. It was really cheap, and I just decided to get, complete in the box, Siphon Filter. So, I have no idea, but I also got Siphon Filter 2, and this one is a greatest hits, so I'm hoping that this one is going to be good, and that's why I just decided to go ahead and pick up the first one as well. So that is complete, which is great. So the next game I got is another PS1 game. I have the third game, fourth game, fifth game? I don't think I have the sixth, if there is a sixth. But I found Gran Turismo 2. This is the greatest hits version. Nice to add not only another Gran Turismo game, but another PS1 game to the collection. So that's super nice. Alright, another PS1 game I got is the original Rayman. I have Rayman 2, but I don't have the original. So this is the greatest hits version. It is complete. So yeah, that's really fun and awesome. I've been wanting the original Rayman. Alright, and the final PS1 game that I got. I've been wanting this game for a long time. And they had a They had it priced decently at this used bookstore, and so I just decided to get it. This is Final Fantasy VII, the greatest hits version. So it is complete. I tested out all 3 discs to make sure that they all load up. So hopefully that's good enough. But yeah, it's got the manual in there. The artwork is super cool. They also had Final Fantasy VIII in there. But obviously I was gonna choose 7 over 8. This is usually the one everyone says is like the greatest Final Fantasy game. Either this one or 10. I usually hear those going back and forth, so I will definitely be playing this eventually. Don't know when, because I know that this is a long one, but it's gonna be fun. Alright, getting out of PS1 and moving on to PS2. I've never seen the original game for this, Just Cause. I've only seen, like, Just Cause 2, Just Cause 3, so... This is the original on PS2, it's complete. Have a nice, maybe Saturday live stream where I'm just dicking around with this. Okay, and the last PS2 game that I got, this is kind of like what I was talking about earlier, where it won't really make sense until I show you. They had this bundled. This is the PlayStation 2 Guitar Hero along with the original Guitar Hero. It's just absolutely awesome. Definitely one of my favorite things that I got in this haul is that guitar. I'm so happy. Alright, next moving on to Xbox. I got 2 Xbox games. One of them is the original Halo, because I don't have the first Halo. It is complete. Alright, and the other Xbox game I got is Morrowind. I didn't know that they had this on the Xbox, but this is a Platinum Hits. This is complete, and it comes with a poster. I didn't know it came with a poster until after I bought it. Super sick, bruv. Alright, so I was talking about Disgaea earlier, and how that one game was by Atlas. Now, this game is another Disgaea game, but this one's not by Atlas. So this is Disgaea 3 for the PlayStation 3. It is complete. So if I could complete that collection at some point, especially because these games are not expensive, and I would like to play them because they look like fun Japanese RPG looking things, and they also have great reviews, I'm definitely down for that. Okay, and then this was for a really good deal at this bookstore. Boyfriend and I haven't gotten through the first game. I own the second game, and I figured why not just get the third? Kingdom Hearts 3. So it's complete. It's in really good shape. Boyfriend and I got through Tarzan, and then I forget what happened after that, but yeah, that's as far as we've gotten, so we need to play a little bit more. Maybe that's something that he and I can play together on here, or maybe I'll just play it. I don't know, but yeah, I know I need to get into the Kingdom Hearts series because everyone loves Kingdom Hearts who's played it for the most part, so. Alright, now for the big cheese of this used bookstore. For the most part, whenever I go and I'm doing like a haul, I usually get a bunch of cheap games, and then if there's an expensive game, then I'll debate whether or not to get it. So for this one, I just got it because I've actually never seen this game in the store before, because it's one of those rare Wii games out there. Yeah, I saw it sitting in the case. I didn't even know if it was complete or not. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. So I later found out when I opened it up, it is complete, which just makes this even better. So I paid $80 for this, which I know is expensive, but this game complete in the box on price charting goes for $92. I paid less than what this is worth, and like I was saying, I have never seen this game actually in a store before. So I think I made a good decision. I obviously didn't want to spend $80 on a game that day, especially since I just got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This was with birthday money, so thank you, people who gave me birthday money. One of the rarer Wii games out there. Okay, so that's all of the games that I personally went out and bought. I got some really nice stuff from my friend Power Player Paul. Again, his channel's in the description. Go ahead, check him out. He has some really cool stuff. I actually saw recently he just completed his box of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, which is awesome. or NES. So he's always completing boxes. He's just got a lot of great stuff and a really awesome video game collection that he's been going through and showing off a lot recently. So go ahead, check him out. So when Paul and girlfriend came over for game night, Paul brought this over, and I couldn't believe it. I was super happy and excited. He brought over the box and the manual for The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past with 4 swords. So I already have the game, and it's in there now. He also brought this plastic protector case for it, which is awesome. And this is the first Game Boy Advance game that I have that is complete. So this is my copy of the game that I have, and he's got a really nice manual there. I mean, there's not even a dog ear on that. That is awesome, Paul. Thank you so much. And the box is in pretty good shape too. Not too many wears on that. I am absolutely thrilled to add this to the collection. So cool. Thank you, Paul. Alright, and then one fateful Saturday morning, I got a call, like 10 a.m., something like that, from Paul. And I was like, what? At first I was like, okay, something's wrong. Like, I don't know why he's calling me, because Paul doesn't call me. So he called me and said, hey, I'm at a used bookstore, and they have this console here. Do you want it? And originally, when Boyfriend and I went on our trip, back at the beginning of March, I saw this console in a store, but it was overpriced. So he found this for basically what it's worth, and I was like, yeah, I'll totally get that. So I got another console. Now, this is not your typical console. A lot of people don't even know that this exists. This is a Sega Saturn. So for those of you that don't know, Sega, when they were competing against Nintendo back in the 80s and 90s, in between the release of the Genesis and the Sega Dreamcast, Sega released the Sega Saturn, and it tanked in America. It did really badly in America, but there are some really, really good games on the system, and it did really, really well over in Japan. So there's a lot of imports that you can get, and yeah. The problem with the Sega Saturn is, since it tanked in America, a lot of the American games are close to $100, and those are the cheap ones. But it's awesome to have this. I probably won't be adding many games to this console very soon, because it is so pricey, but just to even say that I own a Sega Saturn is really heckin' cool. So it came with the cables, and it's also really cool because it actually came with AV cables, which the original Model 1 Sega Saturn came with the RF and not AV, so that's awesome. That means I don't have to screw the damn thing into the wall. And then Paul was super cool, and he went ahead and ordered me a controller for that, so I also made sure to PayPal him for the controller and the system, which is super duper cool. And then he was really generous, and he went ahead and threw in 2 games that are super easy to find for the Saturn. It's usually the first 2 games that everyone gets when they get a Saturn. So I got Virtual Fighter 1 and Virtual Fighter 2. So these are loose ones. That's a really good haul. It's a really big haul, but I got a lot of good stuff. And aside from the virtual games that I downloaded, I keep track of all of my games that I've purchased on Game Value Now. And thanks to Paul grabbing this Sega Saturn for me, it has now pushed the worth of my video game collection over 10K, which is awesome. I don't know if I'll be doing another haul next month just because I spent so much, and I got like a frick ton of games this month. And I already did a haul at the beginning of this month. So it's like a double haul. But yeah. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to become a friend for more haul videos and fun Let's Plays. Alright.